Dot 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 dot. Ooh, what was? Oh. It appears to be raining now. My eyes are drawn upward to the heavy clouds in the sky. In moments, the glass of the window is assailed by numerous heavy droplets of rain. Holy moly. The trees outside are billowing almost aggressively. Several small branches are stripped away in the torrential downpour. An umbrella wouldn't help with this. Huh? What? My phone's blaring an alarm. So is Olivia's. Instructions to shelter in place for several hours. The classroom door is thrust open quickly. Hello, Mr. Iadikan. Mr. Iadikan is back, panting hard and clothes drenched. He takes our moment of surprise to compose himself as best he can.
Sorry about that. The faculty is doing a sweep of the campus right now. Apparently, there's a monsoon scare right now.
Monsoon? Does that happen here? Iadikan gestures to his drenched outfit and out the window as if to ask if Mia had clocked me in the head after all. Right. Are we going to be alright?
Oh, of course. Schools are are designated shelters for the worst disasters. If anything, you're safer here than at home.
But the hallway outside is open, isn't it?
I just finished putting the cover up.
Cover?
Just keep close to the wall, yeah?
Dot dot dot. What do we do now? Iadikan shakes his phone at us.
Shelter in place. We're all stuck here for a few hours.
Olivia reaches into her bag and pulls out her drawing book and a well-used pencil.
Actually, why don't you use this time to catch up on some schoolwork? I'm sure you have some work from other classes still pending, and I can't think of a better time to tackle that than now.
But today's been rough. Can't I do this or finish my nap instead?
That's fine too, but aren't you falling behind grade-wise in some of your other classes?
Dot dot dot. Maybe. Dot dot dot. Fine. I'll catch up on some of that work. Iadikan gives a single nod and smiles. Okay, I guess, just no bye. Olivia puts away her drawing materials and instead pulls out her bulky mathematics books, which she sets on the table with more force than necessary, followed by her notebook. With some hesitation on her part, Olivia sets herself to work. Meanwhile, I bring myself closer to her in case she wants some help with the work. Dot dot dot. After a few minutes, it's clear her mind and spirit isn't into the work one bit. She constantly fidgets, taps her pen on the table, and looks around the room and out the window. Eventually, she lets out a groan and slams her book shut. This sucks. Can I please do something else? Iadikan, who had been busying himself with grading some paperwork, snaps up away from his work, looking at Olivia while rubbing his chin. Oh, he didn't leave. He went to his desk.
Well, there is one other thing you could help out with. Would need both of your help with it. Could even consider it a new extra assignment.
Oh god, please, I need it.
What do you say?
And I promise to actually do well on this one. I don't know. Today's been pretty rough on Olivia. Absolutely, I'll do it. Alright, off we go.
Wonderful, it's back here.
He starts walking to the back of the room and waits for the two of us to follow him. Whoa, something in the dark room? Oh man, I thought we wouldn't get to do anything in there until the last few weeks of the semester. Are we going to be getting a head start on this section? Maybe we'll be making prints, or learning about C41 and... Huh? Oh, Olivia's poking my back. Quit it with the cinematic gates? You're going too slow. Oops. Sorry. I shake the excitement off and head into the dark room. Iadikan holds the door open for the two of us to enter. The inside glows of vibrant crimson lights. Iadikan's suit appears to light up in the red lights, as does my shirts. I've only actually been in a dark room once before. This is so cool. I clasp my hands together. So, what are we developing?
Wait, this is an important job just for you.
Alright, I'm ready for it. What am I developing?
Your lower back.
Son of a bitch! There's a click of a switch, and the red lights switch to normal lights, and properly illuminate the room.
There's boxes over there. I need one of each station around the room. Or I need one at each station around the room. But they're too heavy for me. If you can, of course. Legally, I can't make you do any of this.
Do I at least get extra credits?
You get one of the bag of chips I keep hidden in my desk.
You got yourself a deal, my man. Fine.
Nice. Come on, Olivia, we should clear the way for him. There actually is something in the box we'll need in a bit.
God damn. The two move back to the entrance, and I'm faced with my myriad boxes I'll have to carry. Or with the myriad boxes. Myriad. With the myriad boxes I'll have to carry. Looks like there's about 10. They're pretty medium sized, like you could fit a table lamp in them. How heavy can they... Ugh! A thud.
Lift with your knees, Inco.
This is gonna suck. I look at Olivia, as she already has her phone out and pointed my way. Damn it. I shift my legs and try again. I actually managed to get this thing off the ground. This must weigh at least 70 pounds. What are these loaded with?
Something like that. Careful, they're fragile.
Dot. Finally, I get the last box in its place. I pick a chair and collapse in a heap. My muscles are on fire. Though, to be honest, I don't know if I could have done all that at the beginning of the year. I guess I'm getting stronger. Iadikan walks back into the dark room with a small black toolbox.
Oh, good, you're done. Come on out and take a breather. That looked tough.
I'd rather stay here. Olivia shows up in the doorway behind Iadikan. I'm surprised you didn't use the dolly. What dolly?
Before you get started with me, Inco, you did a task.
Mr. Iadikan, don't get on my list. For the love of... I hate you.
That's the spirit.
Olivia stifles her laughter into a snickering snort fest.
Your mood will improve when you see just what you've been carrying.
The bricks. Oh. He grabs a box cutter from a shelf and slices the top of one open. Our teacher pulls out what looks like a large overhead lamp from the box. Oh, sweet. So that means
that you'll be making your own prints for midterms.
That sounds awesome. Oh man, I can't wait to...
But before any of that, these need to be assembled.
The rest of the parts are taken from the first box and set down meticulously. Olivia's gotten curious as she's rolled up to the station and handling one of the funnier looking pieces.
Anywho, here you two go.
Wait, two?
Yes, too. Don't think I didn't notice you watching Inco so much.
A stammered denial from Olivia does nothing to wipe the cheeky grin from our teacher's face. What about you, Mr. Iadikan?
I'll be right back.
He makes his way to the door again.
Get started without me. I need to go fetch some things.
Before either Olivia or I can speak up, he's left the room. Olivia already has the toolbox open on her lap. Right then. I grab the folded up instructions and lay it out, seeing the details of the bizarre device fully assembled. Okay, so... Thunk. Step 1. Hand me the next piece. Oh, did I scare you? Yes, you scared me! These things are heavy. What if you dropped that on something? I didn't, though. But you could've! And I didn't. Olivia's tail reaches for some brackets, but I grab the limb before she can take them. Hold on. We gotta do things right, or the enlarger might not work right. She retracts her tail from the table. You're no fun. It's just an oversized lamp. That's a gross oversimplification. You're a gross oversimplification. Iadikan's gonna make you use the one you... Iadikan's gonna make you use the one you break. Just means I can sketch more, right? Well, it means you can participate and learn about photography. Photography's your thing, though it doesn't really apply to me much, does it? Well, maybe that's the case for you, but photography's my thing. It's the whole reason I took this class, after all. Oh, sorry. It's nothing. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Olivia politely rests her hands in her lap. Her eyes linger on the box of parts. Well... Question mark? How does it work then? The print enlarger? She shakes her head. Photography. Like, why the giant lamp thing? It's all digital today, right? Huh. I think that's the first time someone's actually asked me about it. Sure, I've had lots of mid-shower rehearsals explaining my hobbies and their cultural significance to others, but none of that's coming to me right now. It's all about shot composition, and this machine is part of the production of it. Getting the right things in the right places at the right time to invoke a certain feeling. Composition is a thing in painting too, you know. I'm ill prepared for Olivia's comeback. Yeah, but it's a lot easier to pick the composition you want. You don't have to worry about any factors other than yourself. With photography, you have to build the set to get a good photo. That's the fun of it. But why would you want to limit yourself like that? Why not just draw whatever you're taking a picture of instead? You could express all kinds of things you could never express with a photo. Olivia taps a claw on the image, the metallic ping echoing on the small room, or the imager. What sets all this junk apart from just lines on a page? The technique and vision. She smirks at my petulant comments. Fine, I'll show her. I'll prove to you that this still takes skill. I hold the lighting portion up, making sure it's at the right angle, and fasten the last portion of the enlarger in. I plug the machine in and flip the switch, happy that it works right and lights up the entire base. Olivia looks at me with confusion as I move to the entrance of the room and flick the light switch, bathing the room in bright red again. Ooh, it's red! I didn't think it would actually be red. Going back to our workspace, I pull the developed negatives from my backpack and slot the slide I want into the carrier. And ta-da! The negative carrier in place in the machine. A blurry gray blob is projected onto the base. What? Give me a minute. I hold the manual under the light to see the blob, checking which knob is which, and slowly turn them. As the lens and billow shift, the Rorschach test transforms, gaining more definition until finally it becomes the spinning image of the school's front entrance. I can even do this. I take out the negative and place another atop it before sliding the carrier back in, while also increasing the strength of the lights. The image displayed is now the entrance with a half dozen semi-transparent students in front of it. What did you do? I overlapped another shot. The backgrounds are the same and doubled up, so I had to intensify the light, otherwise the entrance would be too dim. Pfft, so? That would take me a few minutes to do tops. It'd look a lot better too. She smirks, but I think she's feigning her apathy this time. Her tail gives her away. There's a lot more technique, I guess, but I only knew how to do this kind of stuff from Mr. Iadikan's lecture about negatives. What else can you do with this thing? I don't know, but what's that smell? Oh shit. I pull out the negative carrier and wince at how hot it is. Crap, shit. Olivia's quick to rip the plug from the socket. With my sleeve, I open the carrier and see I've managed to melt the two negatives together. Ah man, I was gonna use that. All that work, and I go and mess it up trying to prove something. Olivia's never going to let me live this down. The green gator girl lays a sympathetic hand on my shoulder to my surprise. Hey, shit happens. I've ruined a lot of paintings in the past too, you know. She's being sympathetic. I didn't think she could. She takes the reels from the warm metal plate and holds them up to the red light, trying to see through them. And you've got more shots on this thing? But I like those shots. Then go retake them. It's not that easy. Like, it has to be the exact same time and weather and... lighting? Hello? The abrupt darkness coincides with the vague ambient sound of a ventilation shuddering to a halt. And we've lost power. The blackness is all-encompassing. I can't even see Olivia, who I know is right next to me. Inco? Her voice helps me confirm that she's still alive in some fashion, but there's a shakiness in her tone, which sends a tense rattle down my spine. Our breathing is the only noise. It's as if we'd been encapsulated in a void of nothingness. I'm still here. I know that. I plant my hand down to brace her snout, I plant my hand down to brace her shout, feeling the still warm metal of the enlarged base. I plant my hand down to brace her shout? What? But, yeah, guess the school lost power. I feel something cover my hands, and then squeeze. Painfully. Ow. Sorry. The pressure lessens, but she doesn't let go of my fingers. No, it's fine. There's a subtle shake in the scaly limb in my hand. When I brush my thumb across it, the limb eases. Hey, stop that. Stop what? Just that. Stop that thing you're doing with your hands. I shrug, and then want to slap my face when I realize she can't see that. Alright. Standing here in the darkness of the dark room isn't getting us anywhere. Olivia's a little afraid of the dark, it seems. We should go find... Wham!
Olivia! Inco!
My instincts kick in. I hop back to make space between us and the killer. I turn my back to them to become a defensive wall. I wrap my arms around Olivia's head to make sure she's 100% protected.
Hey, it's me, Mr. Iadikan. It took a bit to find a flashlight, but with how this room is...
I look up to the shining white pterodactyl, pointing the flashlight at his own face. Oh. Get off me, you kids. Oof.
Dots. Oh, look. I'm not paying you two to get frisky in the closets.
Hey, Mr. Iadikan, no, we ain't there yet.
That's what Trigham's class is for.
You're not paying. You're not paying. We're not. Oh. Mr. Iadikan holds up a pale hand, his grin widening.
Relax. I'm just joking around.
He leans against the doorway to get a better look inside the dark room with his flashlight.
Power's out for the whole block. And apparently, our backup generator's decades old. It is only keeping the AC on. Someone should get fired for that. Come on, we can wait it out in the studio.
Olivia follows me out into the main classroom as we trail slowly into Mr. Iadikan's wake, or in Mr. Iadikan's wake. The slow sounds of his gates. I've seen that word a bit, but it's gate sets a nice contrast to the rain flashing against the windows. Whoa, it's really coming down outside. Think it'll flood? It floods here? Sometimes. The ground floor classrooms used to have carpet, you know. Iadikan starts pulling something out of his desk, but it's too dark to see what.
Ugh, don't remind me. That junk sucked away half a year's funding. You ever tried teaching people about watercolors without the frickin' watercolors? Was ridiculous.
I remember.
I remember you were the most upset. All right.
He sets some tiny tea lights down on one of the desks and begins lighting them. The tiny wicks are set alight with the tiniest of embers, providing the bare minimum of illumination for us to see. Won't those trigger the fire alarms?
We should be fine. They're too small by themselves.
What are those for?
Been saving them for a rainy day. We're going to be stuck for a while, so why not make it a campout?
Camping. I like the sound of that. Won't we get in trouble, though? It'd be trespassing, right?
It's either this or trying to get home in this storm.
I'm staying here. As if to illustrate his point, the weather decides to chime in.
Besides, schools are usually made with sheltering in mind.
Yeah, you said that already, Mr. Iadikan.
There's all kinds of procedures for this, like bringing everyone to the gym and breaking out some really moldy cots.
Olivia winces. Those haven't been replaced?
Ha! Our budget has been in the red for years, Miss Alford. Part of why we're being scrutinized right now with that whole audit business. Anyway, we're the only ones left on campus, so I'm gonna go through all that trouble. So I'm not gonna go through all that trouble. So just relax for now. I've already called a taxi for the both of you.
Taxi?
I made the call as soon as the power went out. It's just gonna be a while to get one ready and send it out.
What'll we do in the meantime? Our teacher has a wicked grin.
You're not done with that homework, right? Oh, I'm kidding.
Time and the storm carry on, yet things are surprisingly calm. Olivia pretends to focus on her work while I pretend to help her. But soon enough, Mr. Iadikan starts sharing wild stories about previous semesters.
You know, a few years back, somebody tried to take his hat right off his head. Let me tell you, I've never seen a shovel fly that fast.
What? Wait, I was focused on taking his hat right off his head. Obviously he's talking about someone. What shovel? That sounds appropriately violent. Either way, Olivia slowly loosens the facade of productivity, and I join her not long after. You know, I still owe you for ruining your one coat last year.
Oh, forget about it. I have dozens of them in my closet anyway.
You too? The eerie ambience from the blackout is quickly overridden by our combined laughter. Eventually, we run out of things to say and just wait quietly in each other's company. Iadikan slumps downwards in his chair.
Oh, a long day today.
He glances out the window, still being assaulted by the sheets of rainwater outside.
Normally, I'd be home by now, resting. You two mind if I relax a little here?
No, go ahead.
Thanks.
He stretches behind him, cracking his spine against the groove of the chair.
Olivia, I've been meaning to say. You're usually so quiet, reserved, isolated even. I've noticed you're being a bit more friendly recently.
Huh? You think so?
You've been in my class all 4 years. Of course I would. Maybe I'm a bit old-fashioned, but it hurts me to see a student hurt themselves like that. When you're in the adult world, you'll see this all the time. Once somebody's in a rut, they'll tend to just stay there until their days blend together instead of lifting themselves up. Like they got all the time in the world. So I'm proud of you for making an effort, Olivia.
Oh, Mr. Iadikan, I mean...
Don't be flustered. Be proud, Olivia. You've managed to form a friendship. Of course, I appreciate you extending an olive branch too, Inco.
Me? It's no problem, Mr. Iadikan.
Come on, school hours are over. You can drop the mister.
I mean, it's not something to be thanking me for, is it? I'm just her friend.
That is great to hear.
Oh, that is great to hear, though.
You can't always navigate this world alone. Someone to keep company can really help.
He can?
More than you can imagine.
Iadikan leans forward to place a hand over both of ours. He just barely makes contact with Olivia's wrist when she winces and yanks it back. Shit.
Olivia?
Are you alright? Ow. I'm fine. That just hurts. I was fine before, though. You've been trying to stay off that wrist all day. Was it that bad? It was feeling better. I even helped build those doohickeys. The print enlargers.
The print enlargers?
He covers his eyes with one hand.
Of course, great move. The student's been overworking herself, and I think to give extra physical work. What am I doing?
It wasn't your fault. I didn't want you to worry.
I had no idea how bad it was.
He leans forward again, gently holding Olivia's wrist, inspecting it, and being careful not to cause any pain.
You need to take care of yourself, Olivia. If something were to happen, I know you'd be completely beside yourself.
I know.
I know you were doing extra work, but how did it even get this bad?
It was a lot of extra work. Doing a whole group's assignments on top of my own. For the last 3 weeks, basically all my free time. It's great practice, at least that's what I was telling myself. Olivia does her best to hide her wincing as the teacher tests her arm. I never would have made it to graduation.
All because of that painting you switched.
He shakes his head and lets go of Olivia.
No, it goes further than that. That painting was all because of the pain you've been going through all these years. All because of that first contest entry hanging in the gala. Your first venture into the art world. And it went how it did.
Olivia looks down at her hand, stretching the fingers out and in, slowly, carefully. My hand moves without a thought, fingers taking her hand carefully to help in some way or another.
You and that painting.
Our teacher palms his face and groans into it.
It's a genuinely good piece, Olivia. I've told you that so many times.
She looks up, but manages a small nod. ...
What a horrid chain of events. I've had to witness it all these years. Watched as it taken your friends, your self-worth. That little smile you had when you first came into my class. And now it's ruining your health.
This is such a like a sad down thing to say, and yet I'm saying it in Mr. Iadikan's voice. He gently lets go and covers his own eyes again.
I really just sat here and watched it. I was just talking about how people act like they have more time than they have.
Iadikan, are you alright?
I'm super. I'm more than okay. In fact, I've made up my mind about something. You. Take her to the gala, please. There's something I want you two to see. No words, just do it, please.
I nod. What are you going to show us? He stops at the door.
Something you should have seen a long time ago.
What are we going to see? What are we going to see? What could it be? Unfortunately, that'll have to be for the next episode. Ooh! Oh, man. We have learned so much. Olivia, been in so much pain. And we have just been standing by, not noticing, not seeing. How could we? That's her friend. Ah. Anyway. Oh, man. The little chase thing, chase animation with Mia. Oh my god, that was amazing. I loved that so much. That was hilarious and beautiful. This game just looks fantastic. I love it. And I hope you all are loving it as well. And until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. See you later.